Hello. So today I'm just going to talk about the standard that I did choose and the case that it kind of combined with. I do have the PBL case too, which is the Miss Cornwell had the 5th grade class. She did have 3 troubled students in there who disrupted the class, didn't follow directions, just kind of off the wall. But the standard I decided to use is called Earth's Place in the Universe, which is 5 ESS 1.1, and that is to support an argument that differences in the apparent brightness of the sun compared to other stars is due to the relative different distances from the Earth. So we'll just talk about that, and then for this standard and lesson as a class, the behaviorism learning theory and the cognitive learning theory will be applied. Behavioralism is concerned with observable stimulus response behaviors, and the cognitivism is learning relies on both external factors and the internal thought process. So I would start my lesson with just kind of asking the class just a few questions. I would read the standard to them and then just kind of ask them a few questions to see if they have any understanding of what the topic might cover, what they think. So I have 3 questions here listed that I would just kind of start off with so I can see where each student is with this topic. And then here's just like a few facts about the sun. I kind of want to give them a background so that they have some understanding. And I think this will help with the assignments that I have further along into the PowerPoint. So then I have 4 points about the sun. And then I also put 4 points about stars. And then just the example at the bottom to also give them a better understanding of that. The hands-on activity, I think this will be really helpful so that you could see if they fully understand. So I would get them in groups of 3 and have them create a model of the sun and the earth with the distance between the two, since we're trying to see if the apparent brightness is because of the distance. I would have materials that they could use, styrofoam balls, skewers, and paint. So I would want them to make a plan with their group, discuss how they would like to set the model up before beginning this project. And this is kind of something that would also be used like in life also. You make a plan, discuss how you would like to go about it before you just jump headfirst into doing something. So I think that teaches them a little bit of like responsibility and understanding also. And then when they're done with the project, I can see what students understand the topic and how to do the activity that I gave them. I would also like to do the pop quiz. So this is just to see if they fully took in the assignment. So I would just spend the last 15 minutes of class and give them probably about 5 to 10 questions just regarding the whole topic. And then also let them I would let them watch the video, of course, before starting the whole project. So I do have a video source here. It just talks about the sun, stars, and the apparent brightness. And I would want them to discuss as a whole the points that were made in the video and what they learned from the video, and maybe give extra credit participation points to the students who can raise their hand and answer the questions for me. The students I see who are visibly paying attention during the video and are obtaining the information being taught. Like if the 3 students in her class that were joking and playing and goofing off, they're not going to get the participation points. But if I offer them in the beginning, hey, I'm going to give you extra credit, pay attention to this video, we can answer questions, maybe that will get them more involved in the lesson. The assessments that would be used from this lesson would be formative, which is the goal of formative assessment is to monitor student learning, to provide outgoing feedback that can be used by the instructor to improve the teaching and by students to improve their learning. So this is what the hands-on activity does. It's going to show me their understanding of the topic, improve their idea of the topic because they're actually doing something, and it will have the class involved. So in her case, if she does have the 3 students that are misbehaving, maybe giving a hands-on activity and being involved, that will help them be a little less bored, and maybe that's why they're acting out. So I'm really for hands-on activities. I'll probably use them a lot when I become a teacher. I'm a hands-on person. I like it so much better. And then the second assessment is the summative. The goal of summative assessment is to evaluate student learning at the end of an instructional unit. So that's where the pop quiz comes into play. This will allow me again to evaluate how much the student has learned and obtained at the end of the lesson, so I can see kind of where they're at with it. And then the bibliography, I did add the YouTube video into here. I know I didn't play it, but there is a link for that. And if I was in the class, I would play it for them. And then just kind of where I got some of the sun and stars facts, and then where I got my assessments. And we are done. Thank you.